Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Hunter Exposed, aka Buzz, and I hope you're on a fantastic great day, and we're finally back at a brand new review on the latest chapter of My Hero Academia, chapter 253, also known as Shirakumo. Now, we have a few topics to go through with this chapter, and I think it's a solid chapter, and it was a good introduction to Shirakumo and emphasis on Aizawa. So if you guys do enjoy this video, don't be sure to hit the like button and stick around, subscribe to join the Hunter Gang. Anyway, let's get straight into this review. So the first thing I want to talk about is the timing. I brought this up plenty of time in my last few reviews, and we know that Shigaraki is basically having this type of implant or something that the doctor is doing towards him, and it's going to take 4 months, and he's going to start this new regime or takeover, and he's going to attack the heroes pretty much. And I'm pretty sure only a month has passed from there, and it's the new year right now in the manga. And Ida brings up a huge point that in 3 months they would have finished their first year in UA. And I'm pretty sure in Japan the new year starts on spring, but this is just a crazy coincidence because once this time has come, the Shigaraki should be ready for his 4 months regime, and at the same time, like they say, spring is like the rebirth month of just like how nature and stuff comes back to life, and you just know things are gonna get crazy. But anyway, let's continue with the chapter. Anyways, back to Ida. Looks like he's a lot more professional, presentable. I don't know, in this chapter he was a bit more slick than usual. Whenever he usually gets the class together, it's a lot more annoying, and we know this is due to him working with Manuel the hero, who he interned with, and he was the leader at this little location Hosu, which actually shows a lot, and it just tells you how much he's actually grown. And then we also get to see some from Uraraka. We know that she's got this new piece of equipment, and it's a headgear, and it looks like something futuristic, some type of sci-fi futuristic space piece. And of course we know her quirk is with gravity, which makes a lot of sense. But I actually like how Jiro reacts to this and how it's really heavy. And it's actually really cool because I never thought of Uraraka using her power in such a way to make her equipment lighter, and this can also work vice versa. I believe she can do this to like her teammates, which is actually very useful. Imagine Deku had some type of like heavy armor or suit and she just made it light for him. It just makes things very clean. And of course it's not Uraraka without having her little Deku whip moments, and just as we know, Ashido picks up a little doll and Uraraka's got Deku a little plushie, it looks like. And it looks like a cute little plushie of All Might. Anyway, back to Deku. We see him talking to Kuroshima, and he talks about his black whip, and I like the way things are referenced here. He says he's able to control it for a split second, but I love the way he reacts to it, looking at his hand saying it's strong, which is a very strong statement because we know how powerful the stockpile quirk is. And back to Bakugo's tantrums. I don't know what the hell he threw at Deku's head, but whatever it is, it had him gushing out. And once again, Deku references black whip, and the way he breaks it down shows you how powerful it actually is. He goes, in short, it all came down to condition my body to it, but the speed and sensation are just too different from what I used to, so if I have to think about it, I can't keep up. Just showing how powerful the black whip is going to be. Okay, now let's get into the juicy parts of the chapter. Aizawa's missing friend, and it looks like someone known as Shirakumo. So I did some research and I found some reference towards his name, because I believe a hero's name or villain's name will have connections to his abilities, and Shirakumo, I'm not too sure, but it's somewhere said something to do with white clouds, and if so, maybe you can manipulate clouds or smoke, or you know, just some type of fog. And notice on the car drive with Aizawa and the Mike Sensei, he says when we fought at USJ his behavior wasn't the slightest bit similar, and I'm pretty sure they're talking about Shirakumo. I don't know if they had a battle or maybe he was a sensei as well and something happened along the lines, and they're thinking that he's been working or moving very weird. Actually, my bad on that reference. In the end it says that you two as UA students, so they were both UA students, but this time that they had this battle could have been any time after. So the way Nomu's have been brought up, it's likely that he's had the Nomu process done to him. They've given him the type of surgery, and basically he's somewhat inhumane, but they're saying that he has enough information to get some leak and spoils on the League of Villains. And it's also even brought up that several different quirk factors have been fused with him, and it's created a new quirk. But the quirk factor also revolves around the quirk of the one that Aizawa was known and the student that they used to laugh and play with. Now, I don't know about you guys, this was actually a very good plot hole, especially as we're waiting for seeing what's going to happen with Shigaraki, and especially with something we haven't seen from Aizawa. We have not seen his past, his childhood, or anything of the sort, and it's very interesting to see also. And once again, if you look at how Shirakumo looks, he's got this like slick It almost looks white, wavy hair, and he's got these goggles, so having this cloud or mist type ability does not look far from being surreal. It actually could be right. And we end up finding out that his name is Oboro Shirakumo. And do you know what it is? I actually really like the name Oboro. It reminds me of this character from Gintama. If you guys have watched it, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Gintama is litty. Anyways, furthermore, I'm not too sure why Shirakumo's face is being faded in such a way. It looks like the All For One and the One For All smoke, that little smoke thing that we've seen in the Dream Zone and so forth. But things are looking crazy. And once again, this looks like it can open up a new plot hole, and that is the Prison Break arc. So if you guys know, there's been some talks about being a prison break. We've talked about this theory from like a long time ago, and it's where Shigaraki will break out All For One. So if there's people like Shirakumo and even Stain, like these people they can use. So I wouldn't be surprised if you can see some type of prison break maybe. Especially when Shigaraki's going to have this power at disposal. I believe that he's going to really unlock a lot of chaos. Anyway, back to the students of UA. We've seen how much they've grown, especially through Deku, Todoroki and Bakugo, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the rest of the class moving very, very powerful, especially Kirishima and Uraraka. And just be sure to see Deku awaken another quirk. You can just feel it coming, and especially with the way things are going ahead. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's something to do with mass. I think that, like I said, Uraraka's quirk will complement this, and it's not just in like a ship type way. I just mean in like a battle regime type of way. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know what you guys think is going on and what's going to happen with Shirakumo. I think this is very interesting. I love the fact that we're getting into more of Aizawa's past and connections, and we're probably going to see a backflash of his school years. As usual, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'll give this chapter a solid 8-9 just because of the way it's moving. And anyways, yeah, as of usual, have a fantastic great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.